Hi. So some people have asked how to choose the right oracle for them. And I see this as intensely personal. Why would you want to choose an oracle, right? Some of you are probably wondering that. Well, some people don't want to do intuitive readings for other people, but they want to do occasional readings for themselves. Or like I mentioned in my first video, to use an oracle helped me to trust the information I was getting via my intuition. So it helped confirm that. So some people like to have oracles to help confirm what they're getting via their intuition in other ways. And that is very helpful sometimes when you are having a hard time separating yourself from what you're getting and your worries from what you're getting. So really it's up to you. To choose an oracle, it really is whatever resonates with you. The best way to choose is really to listen to your intuition. I know, right? For some people, tarot is appealing because it's traditional. For some people who have Germanic heritage, the runes are very appealing. Some people cast bones. You can use a pendulum. There's even something called bibliomancy. I believe that's the proper term, where you think of a question and you choose a book off a shelf and you open it randomly, and whatever page it lands on and where your eyes or your finger lands, that's the answer to your question. This is particularly common with, I believe, holy books like the Bible, but it can be done with any book. There are many oracles available, and so it's really just a matter of choice. And as far as how to choose, once you've decided what oracle to choose, what kind of oracle to use, then it's a matter of making your own or buying some. So when you make your own, it's nice because you can use symbols that already appeal to you. For example, if you make your own tarot cards, you are going to use images that already have meaning for you. And so you don't have to learn the meaning that like you would, say, if you bought a deck of tarot cards. So that's a bonus. Plus, when you're making them, they're infused with your power and your energy. So you're going to have better results when you are trying to interpret the answers that you get. For example, I years ago made my own set of runes, and they were very charged and very powerful to me, and they worked very well for me. Unfortunately, they ended up getting stolen along with all of the other oracles I had at the time, so I had to go and purchase all new sets because I just didn't have the time to make my own. Now, that brings us to how you decide when you're trying to purchase an oracle. So this, again, you follow your intuition, go to what draws you. Ages ago, I went to bookstores and went to the metaphysical section or New Age or wherever they happen to be, or even a magic shop or a New Age store, and they would always have a section. And so I would just go with the intent of picking up an oracle. I would basically notice what drew me, whether it drew me because it looked pretty or it felt powerful or whatever. Maybe it jumped off the shelf at you. That happens sometimes. Really, the best thing to do is just kind of look at everything and notice what calls to you. And if you can only pick up one oracle at the time, you're only there to pick up one, but three are calling to you, you're drawn to three, for example. It's a nice magical number. You can pull those off the shelf or out of display or whatever, and then you can actually use your hand, your left hand, which is your receiving hand, and hold your hand over. It's your left hand, it's your non-dominant hand. So if you're a lefty, then you would use your right hand. And you hold your hand over the oracle and you can feel the power of it. You can feel the pull, feel the draw of it. That's another way to narrow down your choices and choose which one is really drawing you best. I think I've mentioned before, I have multiple oracles on hand. I have 2 sets of meditation decks, a set of healing cards, and a set of tarot cards, and a set of runes. I also have dice, which have never really done well for me. That's another thing that you can use. Dice, some people use playing cards. So long as you know what they represent, you can use really anything to consult the oracle. Another key to remember is that if you go out and buy an oracle, you will have to charge them. You will have to dispel the energy that it has accumulated already. In the manufacturing and shipping processes, they pick up energy. So it can be very simple. You can look into that. I'm not going to go into it in this video, but that's something to remember. You will need to cleanse it of the energy that's already in it, and then infuse it with your own energy and your own power. So ultimately, again, what it comes down to is following your intuition, even when choosing an oracle to help you better listen to your intuition, right? So whatever appeals to you, remember. Whatever appeals to you color-wise, look-wise, if there's just a certain shape or size of card that feels right in your hand. I've had rune cards before that were much smaller than tarot cards, and I loved the way they felt in my hand. You can go with runes. That reminds me that runes especially can be made of different materials. That can play an important role in your choice, is what the runes are made of, for example. Sometimes people who are really detailed can choose to use runes that are made of one material for one type of reading and runes of another material for another type of reading. It's completely up to you. But when you're just getting started, go with what feels right to you. Be still and notice when you're around them what calls to you, and that's going to lead you right every time.